Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Battle Bites here in World of Tanks. And today I just wanted to highlight the new mode, basically the new graphics that are available for a very limited time. As you can see, everything has kind of a cel-shaded comic book appearance right now for 4 days. The game mode is being rendered in this cel-shaded design. It's kind of celebrating the comic books. I think the 4th issue is coming out of the Dark Horse World of Tanks comics. And so the event that they're doing to celebrate that is to give a paint job to World of Tanks. And it's kind of polarizing from what I've seen based on the forums. Some people seem to have really strong opinions against it. I've seen a couple people say that they like it. So feel free to use this as your forum to in the comments below to let me know whether you like it or don't like it and why not. Me, personally, I'm enjoying it. It's a limited time. It's 4 days, and it's not offensive. It's a cool tweak. It provides an interesting feel for the game, but it's not fluorescent lights or Hello Kitty or anything too crazy. I feel like it still fits the spirit of the game, and it'll be gone before you know it. But speaking of being gone, I am going to be gone. I'm here for the first day or night of the event. I got some playtime in, and I'm actually going to be traveling for the rest of the time. So I didn't have the chance to, put up some epic 10-kill game or Kalabanov's medal or Ace Tank or anything like that. But I had a nice game, and it was in the Snakebite. One of the caveats for the mission or for this mode, if you play one of the Dark Horse comic tanks, I believe that's the Snakebite, the Boilermaker, Crafts, Revenant Panther, or the new one is the Hidden Stug that came out. I think that's all of them. There might be one more I'm forgetting. If you play those in a battle, you also get a bonus loot drop. It just increases your silver and your XP by a little bit. So I jumped in. I had a nice game in the Snakebite. I wanted to put one game up on the channel from this comic book mode, so it was kind of there to be preserved for posterity. So hopefully you enjoy this. Take it for fun. Certainly not quite the super high level of play, but a good game, entertaining nonetheless. So I did an early spotting run with the Snakebite. The key to this tank is its incredible speed, over 70 kilometers per hour. The downside is the gun is incredibly low penetration. But this might be the play of the game. We are fighting here on this eastern flank, and 2 tanks here in a platoon. I did check to make sure that when I identified one of them, I knew that these two were in a platoon together. They made a move on one of our tanks that they thought was alone. I was unspotted, which gave me a great opportunity to pop up on the side of these tanks. I did have to load the premium rounds because even a side of Tier 8 tank is unreliable to penetrate with the premium rounds, even the flush side. So I knew that was an important battle. Those are 2 good players. One of them had the Immortals clan tag, and he was platooned up with the other guy. So no joking around with those guys. They're serious players, very good players. They were attacking our IS-3, I guess it was, and I was able to, because they didn't know I was there, take advantage, get the flank, and pump very quick shots in. And because I had the maneuverability to stay flush on the side, I was able to use the premium rounds to go through and have a nice impact on that corner, save the IS-3, eliminate those 2 tanks, and then advance on the American Heavy there. Was it a T-32 or a T-34? Distract him as well, get a shot or 2 in, and I think our artillery might have finished him off. It was something with a big gun, and now we've secured this flank, and things are looking pretty good. So the enemy has an FV-304 Bert the Avenger, and it's running, man, and that tank is almost as fast as this one. So I decide I'm going to post up here. One of our light tanks is chasing him. I think, all right, I'll post up and I'll take a shot, but I forgot 2 things. The accuracy on the Snakebite is really bad, and the distance that I'm shooting at was really long, and the Bert is tiny, so that would have been a really tough shot to hit. I probably could have continued to advance there and maybe got in behind the Bert, but instead, I let my other light tank chase him down, and I decide to come into the middle here and help support. If you look at the map, we have just those 2 light tanks on the entire western half of the map, and everybody else is here on the east. So, think of the numbers game. We are up a couple tanks, but if we lose those 2, then it's going to be close again. So I'm trying to stick with my allies, not get overextended. This is not a tank that can carry because of the low penetration. So instead, I try to find a nice advantageous situation, and here it is, an IS-3. I have his side. Again, another tank that flush on the side. It's got spaced armor. I'm still going to struggle to get through. So I go for the tracking shot. I pin him in place. Now I'm going to go for another one. I rush to that shot. Not a great shot there. But the IS-3 is still held in place. Its turret traverse is really slow, and I'm able to outmaneuver him. I go for one more tracking shot here. I do hit the track, but it's not enough to take it off. But thankfully, because the IS-3 is busy spinning in circles looking at me, my allies, 2, 3 of them over here in the corner, we're able to eliminate that dangerous Tier 8 Soviet heavy tank. And now that it's eliminated, it is a 6-on-1 situation. Looks like we have this wrapped up. The remaining tank is a T-71. It's American Tier 7, I believe, or Tier 6 autoloader. It's a good, I think it's actually a Tier 7. It's a good tank with a clip that can eliminate the Snakebite. Boy, it'd be close. I think it's 135 average damage, and I think it's 6 shots, depending on which gun he's using. So if he penetrates every single shot, I think he could take me out. So all I need to do, I know if I avoid one shot, whether he shoots it at somebody else or it misses me, then I can just sit there and pump round after round in. I shouldn't need premium rounds. It's a light tank. Even a light tank, I feel okay with the regular rounds on this tank. They will still bounce if you hit a funny surface, but it's reliable enough that I don't need to switch to premium rounds here. So we're hunting this guy down. I check the corner first. The T-71 is on 5 kills, so of course I don't want to throw my tank away and give this guy a top gun at the end of the game here if I don't have to. So it looked like our Borsig spotted the T-71. It's down near the enemy base, and we're going to advance fairly cautiously, quickly to get into position, but I don't want to get there by myself with no support from my allies and give the guy the opportunity to eliminate my tank. So I don't want to cross the open field there. I feel like I would have been a little bit too exposed, so I hold up, wait for the T-71 to move. I don't think I got spotted there, so I still have the element of surprise. And our Borsig is pushing in. So if the Borsig gets spotted first, one shot goes to the Borsig. I will be free to come in and just do whatever I want to harass the T-71. I'll certainly be able to DPS it down before it can finish its clip and then reload another clip. So we're getting ready to go for it here, and I feel like, yeah, my allies are close enough. Let's go for this thing, see what we can do. I come in, and I think I actually bounced the first shot there, and then the second one missed. So now I know I'm good. I'm going to take a couple more hits here, but I can just focus on aiming at the tank, aiming at the T-71, hitting all of my shots, and we're going to put one more in, and there we go. The enemy, the friendlies on our team end up taking out that tank, and a victory for the allies in the Cromwell Snakebite here in the comic book mode. So I'll put up the post-battle results here very quickly. You can see we had a nice silver result. There were some silver ops going. I also got the Dark Horse drop, which is, again, the one that you get when you play in a Dark Horse tank. I think that's an unlimited one. You can do that as much as you want, and you'll continue to get that drop as many times as you play those tanks over the course of this event. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. You can see the stats here. Again, these are common stats for a Cromwell Snakebite. You're going to fire a lot of shots. You're going to bounce a lot of shots. But hopefully you'll be able to put yourself in a position where you can spot the enemy, you can outflank the enemy, and then you can circle of death tanks and put shots into those flush sides when you're able to rack up the damage in this tank. Those opportunities are limited, but if you can put yourself into a position, especially at the end of the game when the number of tanks is lower, you'll be able to have some success. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about the comic book mode. Remember, it's just here for 4 days, so it will be gone before you know it if you can't stand it. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.